This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse. And the Spartans will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Michigan's offense will get the first crack at it here. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the record so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along and getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Michigan State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pressure coming. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
The Spartans will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. With the catch, it's Klein. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're going back to the ground. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Warren. It's on target and complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the short completion brings up second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. He's looking to throw on third and short. Caught over the middle. It's Loveland. Touchdown, Michigan! What a catch and run for 6. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Middle Tennessee made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing in Murfreesboro. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Scanning the field, it's Schuster. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Got a man. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Coming after it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have two longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. These are the type of throws that can make this Spartan offense feel invincible.
I mean, just go to the next level. You know you're going to get a heavy dose of the run game, but when you can complete these passes down the field, you will have all Michigan State fans go green, go white, go green, go white.
Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David. Just give it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Warren. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Feeling some heat.
Well, they've still got the lead, but they are losing the momentum, and the defense is starting to make plays after getting that last sack. They can feel it right now. You can see them playing with a whole lot of more energy. There's a lot of pressure on this offense now to respond.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Trying to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Touchdown Spartans! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Dropping back, it's Schuster. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Wants to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Loveland. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He's going to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the outside to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10.
In other sports around the country, Slippery Rock 35.
Makes the grab. It's Loveland. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Makes the grab. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's dragged down.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football.
Touchdown Wolverines! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Trying to bully their way in. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the fourth, and hope to push this edge out to a field goal. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to pass, it's Schuster. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Going up top on first down. They're working that left side. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Trying to impose their will with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking for space, it's Carter. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese, and that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats and you take the rankings and you take the records and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today, and David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance they have a chance to upset them, but then you go, it's a rivalry game. The victory